Now, did you already click? So are we live right now? Awesome. Hey everybody, welcome to Muni Misfits on location today, boys.
Yes, sir.
This is really fun. So we are back at Moorhead Country Club. We got the Red River Am going on, and this is first day. It's fun. We're obviously this is going to be interesting today, right? I hopefully the quality on air is decent. We're going to try and pull in some people and do some interviews and just talk golf today. So before we do that, though, do we want to go round table and just talk about what's happening at our golf courses? I mean, this is the Fargo Golf podcast vlog series, so we should probably talk about some Fargo golf before we get going.
Yeah,
right?
it's been
You had some big stuff happen yesterday.
big stuff. Yeah. No, we just completed the Roger Maris. That was on Thursday. That's down to a one-day event now. It was a great turnout. Weather turned out very, very well. Got just a little shower coming through in between the two shotguns, and it went really good. It was a fun time, and the golf course has been in great shape. Things have been busy out there, and look forward to hopefully having a decent weekend. Weather will cooperate, so all's good.
Same. No, things are good. Yeah, we're rocking and rolling both places. Junior events, ladies events, men's club, all that great stuff.
Just a lot of rinse and repeat
and
right
we
now.
got, Fargo Parks Junior Golf is. This is really scary. Wrapping up their first session. That's scary.
Yeah.
Because that means we're into July almost.
So yesterday, longest day of the year, right? Was it yesterday or was it 2 days
It was
ago?
actually Wednesday.
There it is.
Yes. Yesterday was 3 seconds shorter. Not that I know that.
Well,
how about you, Chris?
Yeah, so Osgood, we again, there's a lot of that Men's Day, Ladies' Day. We're very, very thankful that we got all of our events in because this week, got wood somewhere. There you go. We're actually getting through it, right? And when we looked at that forecast, we were a little worried that we weren't going to make it all through. So, but yeah, I'm very thankful that again we've got junior golf cooking right now. We do our own junior golf program too at Osgood, and that's honestly there's like a necessity there because like our Fargo Parks crew I think does like a really good job of junior golf, but they still can't get everybody like they book up so fast. So we see the need that we need to promote and do our own junior golf program out at Osgood, and in doing so, like we're halfway through as well. We get done in the first week of August, and I was looking at my staff today or yesterday, and I said, "Wow, that's the halfway point." So summer is flying. It honestly seems like it was just yesterday we were opening up these golf courses. So, yeah, and then we have on the horizon. I want to put this out. We do have couples night next week at Osgood. If you want to sign up for that, go to osgood.golfgenius.com and get yourself registered. It is bingo night is the game. So, have you ever played bingo night on the golf course?
I have not.
Okay, it's fun.
Can I sign up?
You totally can.
Where do I gotta go?
Go to osgood.golfgenius.com and you can check it out there. The other thing too, if you haven't done so already, you need to book your tee times 3 days in advance. Times are booking up. Go to fargogolf.net. You can check on all of the 5 public golf courses, and got some action in the background there. I hope we're not going to get clipped today. We're in a high traffic zone here. So, anyways, let's talk about some Red River Am because we're going to be. Not only are we on these mics, we're going to be out on the mics. Are you today?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What time do you?
Noon to 3.
Noon to 3.
WDAY Extra.
Okay.
Dom Izzo, the GOAT, Larry Murphy, and the also ran Greg McCullough.
So let's talk about. Should we bring in Scotty?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let's get Scotty in here. Scott Sinner. Actually, why don't you just put those headphones on?
Yeah.
Got it? Check. You good?
Yep, I'm good.
All right. So, Scott Sinner, what is your official title now with the Red River Am?
Committee chairman.
All right. And this year, can you tell us what is happening that's maybe different or extra this year?
Actually, we didn't do a whole lot new this year. Everything went so well last year that it was kind of a rinse and repeat type of thing. But the biggest thing we wanted to do is make sure that we spread the word amongst a lot of the college coaches in the region and high school coaches. And if you start looking at the field and you see where a lot of these college players are coming from, I mean, it's pretty incredible. We're hitting all of the major programs around here, and so you start seeing the field and how it's coming together. I mean, this year we're at 175 players, and I mean,
And that's like the biggest it's ever been.
by far.
Yeah.
I mean, last year we were at 117, and so you can see the interest in the golf community just really go up on this event, and it's awesome.
So, and I want to give you the kudos here because like when I was here, the event kind of went through and GMAC too. I mean, you had a lot of time with the KX, right? Working in the KX. So you've got a lot of history there. When I was at Moorhead Country Club, it kind of transitioned into the Black Ridge. And now this next, now that we don't really, is there a title sponsor?
Nope, it's just Red River Amateur Championship.
And it's got a great brand to it now. And I want to give you the kudos in the fact that this golf tournament was, I think this area truly needed something like this. And the fact that you guys just,
this is the 10-minute call for the 8:30 tee time.
You guys just took a hold of that and ran with it and promoted the heck out of it. And I think that's so cool. So can you talk to us about just how much time are you spending on this? Like, I remember getting texts from you like at midnight, like, hey, do you think we should do this? Like,
yeah, it's and I appreciate that, Chris, but this thing is far more than me. I'll tell you that. I mean, our committee has just been rock stars on this. There's a lot of passion for this event on our committee, and so I'm exceptionally fortunate to have a bunch of people that want to make sure that this is the best amateur tournament in the Upper Midwest. When we first started talking about this event and what we could possibly do to elevate it, we kind of patterned it after, you remember, you were in some of the first meetings. We patterned it after the Western Amateur. And, you look at the beast that tournament has become, and, why can't that be up here too? I mean, the Upper Midwest needs a premier stroke play event, and we don't have one. And this absolutely, we hope, can be it.
And now, I mean, it went from going from just it was a 2-day event. Now we're going 3. We're tacking on the 2-man. I mean, it's soon to be just a whole week of activities. But why don't you talk about the transition going from a 2 to a 3-day event?
Yeah. So that was huge. The very first year we had it, there was a player. So we had one woman player that she played from the championship tees. Her name is Teresa Toscano. She played in an LPGA event last week. Missed the cut by 2, but she's qualified for the U.S. Women's Open. So keep an eye on her. But anyway, after the event, I mean, my wife and I were fortunate to be a host family for her, and we had some great conversation with her on what she thought could elevate the tournament a little bit. She said if you go to 3 days, it's a big deal because then you can get amateur points, which is a massive thing for high school and college players. And then also to create a women's division, which we have, and we're just extremely excited about. We think that we have some fantastic women golfers in this region, and it's time for them to showcase their skills. And so, that division continues to grow. I mean, last year we had 8 women that played. This year we have 19 women that are playing, and
fantastic.
And we're just hoping that just keeps elevating just from word of mouth, and they start seeing what it's all about.
So, by the way, Cookie, are you allowed to follow the ladies groups since you have a player in the field?
We do have a player in the field. I did put that request into Stacy.
Okay.
You did get it. Since you weren't at the production meeting yesterday, that was brought up, and yes, you do get that group.
I wasn't asking to follow that group, her group. I was just saying it'd be kind of cool to follow the women's game. yes, like Scott said, there is some great women, some great men and women. I can't imagine. This field is so good on both ends of it. I've had a chance to watch a lot of the women that are playing this year because a lot of them are either in high school or just finishing high school, as well as some college students. So I'm really excited to kind of see what the scores are going to be like. I also really, for my first time, had a chance to get out here last night to watch the shootout after the 4-ball event. And what a fun time that was, and just electrifying atmosphere, all the people that were out there following the groups and having that shootout being an alternate shot. It was just so cool. And so just to kind of kick off the whole week, it was really neat. And so that's kudos how I've kind of built that thing. Like I said, from the KX days when it was 2 days and it was an amazing event then to where it is now and the talent you're bringing on in. So it's just great. Golf course looks terrific. Hopefully we'll have a nice weekend.
Yeah, let's talk about the golf course. Like let's dig in. So you are hands-on as tournament chairman. You're hands-on on the course setup, and that's key, right? Because you got kind of a trick that you can trick this place out, and you can also kind of make it friendly too. What is your tactic here in setting up the golf course?
Yeah, so you're exactly right, Chris. I mean, Ryan, hats off to Ryan Inglis, our head golf superintendent. I mean, he really has this place in tip-top shape. But yeah, I mean, the committee does a lot of the pin selections and does a lot of the tee marker placements. And, ultimately, we're not out here to trick this place out. I mean, we want a fair golf course, but people, it's televised, and we don't want people watching people making triple bogeys, right? And so it's a very fair golf course. We try not to. We move the tees around every day, but we try not to put pins in just crazy wild places. Some inside information. I strongly suggest that players keep the ball below the hole today.
Who set the pins yesterday?
That was actually the.
And was he angry?
Yep.
Or she?
Angry. He was angry. No,
they were angry.
So they were spicy yesterday.
Yeah. So the superintendents have the opportunity to do Thursday.
That makes Friday, total Saturday, sense Sunday. To me.
Because far from friendly, huh, Greg?
2 steps.
Yeah, there was some.
That wasn't a dance. That's where the flags were.
So you were above the hole.
No, I was not, and I was never above the hole because I can't hit it far enough to be above the hole. No, it was awesome. Golf course is very good.
Yeah, green speed's fantastic. Yeah. It's a true test, and when we were looking at the pins yesterday, I'm like, man, we're burning some like solid pins here. Although they're definitely not pins that I think that you want on Sunday in contention. You know what I mean? Right. Because that back nine can play just so tough as it is that, even just creating accessible pins out there is going to be a true test.
Yeah. Being a member here, the back nine's rated like 3 strokes harder than the front. And so, you try to have a good front nine and then just hold on the back and see if you can get in the clubhouse. So
feels a little LACC like that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just kind of how it is, but it's, we're excited to have the event and to Cookie's comment. Our field is loaded. You look top to bottom, and a lot of the best high school players, a lot of the best college players around, a lot of the top amateurs around from the area. It's just a really special field.
So, were you gonna say something?
I was just gonna say, speaking of that, so a lot of your defending champions probably aren't even amateurs any longer. But in the field today, do you know, as far as the top of your head, some of the maybe defending champions or past champions, I should say, that are playing?
Yeah, so last year's defending champ is in the field, Jack Dudek. So he's back to try and defend his title. Let's see, who else is in the field that's won it before? I don't know if there is any other defending champions.
Past champs?
I don't think there is. I think, I think we've had, Holmgren is pro. So a lot of the most recent past champs are
this has always kind of been an event that when you win this event, more than likely those players eventually are trying to make a living playing golf. And we actually have a lot of previous winners, not when it was the Red River Ram, but back to KX Amateur days. If you look at some of the past champions there, like Tom Lehman, they're tour players.
Who's he?
Tour players.
Right?
So, crazy. This is a great stepping stone for a lot of the players.
Yeah. Andrew Israelson, did he ever win it here?
I think he did.
Didn't he?
He did. Yep.
Yeah, and Bill.
And Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill's on there 3 times.
Right.
And you have your probably defending champion of the women, right? Did Leah win that last year?
Yes,
Scar will be
and yes, and thank you for reminding me. Yeah, Leah Scar is back, our defending champion from the women's division. She's an NDSU golfer, and yeah, should be really fun.
Well, we're excited to kind of break this thing down this weekend and run around. I've told you guys this before. It doesn't seem legal that they give us these microphones and let us like just run around on the golf course and be on TV. So, but we have a blast doing it, and it's a lot of fun. And where can spectators go to check this thing out?
You know, we've kind of really branded. There's a spot out on the back nine that we've affectionately started calling the alley. And it's a great spectator spot. You stand right behind 11 green. You have 14 tee box. You can see 13 green, 12 tee box. And, you know, we've got burgers, brats. We got Jumbotron with some music playing. And, you know, it's really cool standing back there and watching the players come over, because 11's a blind tee shot and you have to go up over a hill. And, you know, it's really cool seeing their eyes kind of light up when they come over that hill, and they're like, oh my God, there's a lot of people standing back there. And it's pretty cool. And you all know that that's the smallest green on the golf course. So it's a dicey shot.
You know, I'm just thinking about this. How great would it be to get a drone shot, like just as it's going, just take that drone as it's going just up over the hill. And then as you get up on top of that hill, you see the entire crowd, you know, and see that final group coming over that hill. It is really, really neat. And it kind of gives you, like, I remember last year, that's kind of goosebumpy stuff, you know?
Yeah, it is. And actually, with something new this year that we do have, WDAY is doing a dedicated camera on the alley. And they're going to be live streaming on just the alley for the whole time. So that's cool. Hopefully the rain stays away and we can get some crowds out there to watch. But come on out, because it's going to be a fantastic show of golf.
And if they can't make it out here, it will be on WDAY Extra Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, correct? And you said noon to...
That's correct.
Noon to 3 today, and noon to 5 Saturday, and noon until it's over on Sunday.
And they can follow along as far as on scores on Golf Genius. Is that correct, Chris?
That's correct. Yep. We have pushed out the Golf Genius IDs for each day. So, yep, just check out Red River Amateur on Facebook, and you'll be able to find those GGIDs as needed.
Awesome.
Very cool. Well, do we have anything else to add today? You guys,
I mean,
who's your guys' pick to win?
oh, God.
How's that? Huh?
Okay. So, I mean, are you going to your notes, huh? You're going homework style?
Sophie Cook.
Sophie Cook from the ladies division. How about from the men's?
So it's hard.
I'm gonna pick the last name. This way, I have 4 players.
Oh,
in the
I know
field.
where you're going with
me
this.
too.
Yeah.
Scarp-Rude.
Oh,
Good call.
or a simi. You got a couple there, right? Yeah. So
There we go.
yep. I got the Simonich
Simi
play.
would be good.
I'm
That's a
going.
good play.
I'm going simi.
Yeah.
Going simi.
How about from the women's division?
You know, and we have Leah Scar in the
Yep.
in the field. You know, honestly, I haven't done enough homework. You got the. Oh, and then we have
I'll give you mine.
Hey,
Who
we
is
have
it?
we have a lady from SDSU as well.
Yes.
Is this
Mackenzie Mages.
okay?
It was two players from South Dakota State. Yep.
Who's your pick?
So my picks are Nate DeZiel
Okay.
on the men's side,
Yep.
and my women's side is I'm going for a little bit of a dark horse, Class B state champ Avery Bartles.
Oh.
That's
You-
what I'm going with.
So I had the opportunity to follow that group last year when we were doing the broadcast, and the first day when we were following, she is just polished,
Oh.
you know. And I could have swore, like,
Yeah.
honestly, truthfully, I didn't know much about her game. I knew of her, but I didn't know much about, you know, who she was and how she plays. And I was so crazy impressed, and I thought she was a college golfer at that point. And you know, how old is she right now?
She's gonna be a senior next year.
I mean, that's just amazing, you know. I mean, just a polished player. So
Committed to NDSU.
Yep. Yeah, she's a real talent, that's for sure. So
I had Diesel at the tip of my tongue, but I'm going to go with Dudek now.
yeah,
So that's my
Repeat.
guy. Yep. Going to
Here's
Penny
the deal. I think Dudek works here now.
Yeah,
he
does.
works at MCC.
I'll tell you one thing. Any golf shop wants to take on our golf shop in a game of golf, good luck.
Yeah, it's a pretty deep field right now, and something tells me these guys are just like jonesing for a game all the time.
Yeah,
So
Simonich and Dudek and DeZiel all working in the same pro shop. It's not too
How
bad.
much work is really going on?
Yeah,
though? That's what
exactly.
Goose is pulling all their hours.
Yeah, we're super excited to have Jack on the staff this year. And if you got a chance to talk to him last year, he's a great young man, and he had another great college season. He plays out in California at Masters University, and this year I think he finished 5th in the NAIA. His team finished 2nd overall, and last year he was runner-up. And so he's a very accomplished player. And you just watching him in the shootout yesterday, you can see he's just really, really solid.
I think that does it for today, boys.
I'm sure the tournament committee chairman has nothing to do.
I
right
know,
now.
I know. We could sit here and talk golf all the time, and we will. We'll talk a lot of golf this weekend. But hey, I want to say thank you for coming on. Thanks for doing this. Thanks for putting on a great golf tournament and just working your tail off to make it what it is right now. So it means a lot to all of us. So
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us today for the Muni Misfits. If you haven't done so already, we really, really enjoy if you guys could go ahead and click subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Facebook and on Spotify. This is Muni Misfits, and we will see you next week. Thank you.